While I was in college, adults would always tell me to enjoy it while it lasts, and I would roll my eyes. But as graduation approached, I started to get a better sense of what they actually meant. Graduating and entering the real world is always talked about negatively, but is post grad really that bad? I am in my closet, literally, like, this is my mirror. So I have this big, like, Hollywood light mirror, and I didn't have any room for it in my room, so I literally just stuck it on the closet floor, and so I just sit on my floor and I get ready in my closet, and I kind of love it. It's very therapeutic to just like sit on the floor and do my makeup. So for this journal entry, I want to talk a little bit about post-grad life because I just graduated college. Um, so fun and scary. So I graduated college this May. Right now it is June, and I decided to go to college and study film and television. Getting a degree in the arts is not the smartest thing. Not only do you not need a degree in film and television to get a job, like that doesn't help you get a job in film, in the film industry at all. So not only that, but also the job market just sucks in general. So it was a choice to choose film and television to study as my major. But I made that choice at the time. After I graduated high school, I was honestly so lost. I like literally didn't even want to look at colleges. Like whenever everybody would ask me what I wanted to do after high school, like where I was going, where I was applying to, I would like just start crying because I was freaking out so much because I did not know, and I didn't want to graduate. I didn't want to accept the fact that I was graduating. I knew for a fact if I was going to go to college, I had to major in something that interested me. I was not, like if I majored in something that I didn't care about, I wasn't going to do it. Like it wasn't going to be worth it to me. So I chose film and television. So flash forward, I'm at that school, I'm in my first semester, and well, college was a little bit harder than I thought. I don't know what it was, but my first semester I was really struggling to make friends. I was really struggling in my program because I felt like they weren't teaching us anything, because they weren't. They weren't. But my first semester I was just not having a good time, and I started having all these doubts like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm on the wrong path. So I was like, I gotta get the hell out of here. So I made the choice, I'm gonna graduate in 3 years. I can't be here 4 years. I need at least an extra year to get my life together. So I made that decision. I told my counselor I'm gonna graduate in 3 years. I took summer classes, so I did it. I graduated in 3 years this May. And now, whenever I was leading up to my senior year of graduating college, I was like, oh, do I want to graduate in 3 years? I don't know what the hell I want to do. Like, is this really the choice that I made? Like, now I'm kind of starting to regret it. And it's honestly, it's just deja vu. It's the same thing that I felt whenever I was graduating high school. Everybody's asking you, oh, what job? Are you applying to jobs? What are you doing next? What's your plans? Where do you want to live? Are you looking at jobs? Do you have a job yet? Every single day I get asked if I have a job. No, I don't have a job. Sorry. And it makes me want to scream. I hope that through these vlogs, if you're in a similar situation as me, you're in your 20s, you just don't know what you want to do, I hope you can feel seen, because I don't know what I want to do, and I just kind of wanted to, I guess, document this journey as I'm figuring it out. So right now it's June, and so I am still in my college town. Everybody's gone for the summer. It's like a ghost town here. At the end of the summer, I'm moving back home to my hometown, which I don't want to do. I actually am so scared to move back home. Like, I cannot express how much I hate my hometown with a passion. I'm working on 2 projects right now. One of them is a music video, and even if I can't do much with it because it is a copyrighted song, it's just something that I've really wanted to make for a long time. So I don't know, I really want to see it through, and it would also be my first time directing, which is super exciting and closer to the person I want to be. I decided that this was the summer of creativity. I wanted to focus on creating projects of my own, but also consistently using my creativity. I did this through artist dates, where I would do activities that would feed my inner artist and allow me to create in different ways. At the beginning of summer, like the very end of May, I came home one day and one of my roommates had moved out. My other roommate was in the process of moving out, and she told me that our third roommate had already moved all of her stuff back home and she was just gonna come back to get her furniture. And so I was essentially gonna have the house to myself for the whole summer, and I can't even express how excited I was. Like, I was so happy because all I've wanted is to have my own place and live alone. Like, that's just my dream. So I was just so ecstatic. I was like, this is gonna be my Pilates room. I'm gonna put my desk over here. I can watch TV whenever I want. I can play whatever music I want. I can talk to myself all the time. I was ecstatic. But then my third roommate came home like a week later and she was not there to just get her furniture. She is still here. Which is like, yeah, I get it. We all signed the lease, but like, I really got my hopes up there. I thought I was gonna have the whole place to myself. One of the weirdest things about being in your 20s is the contrast between acting like an adult but having the brain of a child. Like, I'm grocery shopping and cooking, but I have zero savings and I barely know what I want to do with my life. And after having established my own independence and routines while being in college, it's going to be very hard to have that taken away when I move back in with my family. Living alone is the absolute dream, and I can't wait to have my own place one day. I wanted to talk a little bit about dating. I am very single. And I feel like I feel like I always, just whenever I'm catching up with somebody, that's the first thing they want to ask. Oh, do you have a boyfriend? Oh, are you seeing anybody? No, I'm not, and I don't understand why it's such an expected thing for women to always just be in a relationship. Like, I literally love being alone. I love getting to just cook, meal prep in this house by myself, listen to my music. Sorry, I'm scaring myself. And like, I just love my time alone. I value it so much. And I don't know why it's such an odd thing for women to be single, especially like in your early 20s. I think that's the time that you should be single. You're like trying to find your career, where you want to live, what you like in life. I've just never had an interest in dating. It just seems like so much work. It really does. I hate small talk, and I don't want to have to get on a dating app and then look. Like, why can't it just happen when it happens, you know? Literally every time I get on Hinge, it makes me want to kill myself. Like, the men that Hinge is pushing towards me, I'm like, what? Why? Is this what you think of me? Like, it's offensive. It truly is. And the other thing is, for me, I think it's just this generation of how dating works. That's also what makes me not want to date at all, because me personally, I hate texting somebody for the sake of conversation or for the sake of getting to know somebody. I don't want to know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and text you, oh, what's your major? What do you want to do with your life? Oh, what's your job? Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I'm not going to be sitting here on the Hinge app all day chatting with you. No. And don't you dare ask for my Snap. You're a grown-ass man. How old are you? Are you 18? If you're 18, fine. But if you're over 18, you better not be asking for girl snaps. That is such a loser move. That's a loser move. My roommate left for the weekend, so I'm kind of like watching her cats. These cats love to yap. Like, she has been talking all day. Like, I don't know what she wants. Listen to her. She's a yapper. Like, this is an update, but I texted my roommate about the cat yelling. It turns out the cat is in heat. I've never owned a cat before, so I didn't know all that, but like, she's like 80 years old. I didn't know that they could still be in heat, like at 80. I'm disturbed. She's been yelling all day, and now I'm like, girl, when I'm in heat, I don't yell it from the rooftops. I just deal with it. Like, okay, it's Saturday, and so I'm doing my artist day, and today I thought I would go to the park. I kind of forgot parks existed, but yeah, I thought I could bring my book and maybe lay a blanket down in the grass and just read. Here's my book of the moment. But I don't know, I'm kind of scared. I have social anxiety, so I'm trying to be a little bit more adventurous with my artist dates, because usually I'll just like do a craft in my room or something, but I'm trying to actually go out in public and do stuff. Okay, so I just found this shaded part and I just laid down a blanket, and now I'm about to read. It's so hot. But when I was walking, there was this little girl and she was selling lemonade, so I bought some lemonade. Oh, look how nice. But yeah, literally nobody's out here. I should really get out in nature more often. Like, sometimes you really just need to touch some grass, actually. Food for thought. But yeah, parks are free. Go to your park. This is my summer of isolation. I don't really have friends in town to hang out with, but honestly, that doesn't bother me. I don't understand why being alone is a fear for so many. I love having friends and a social life, but at the same time, I value my alone time so highly. I can't comprehend why being alone is perceived so negatively. At the end of the day, you will always be stuck with yourself, so why not invest in quality time with yourself? So I'm getting ready for bed, and I realized I haven't updated my vlog in a while. So right now I am 2 weeks away from moving out, and I don't even know how the summer passed by this quickly. Like, it's actually insane. I feel like I just blinked and it's halfway through July. And I am just so scared to move back home. I think the thing that I am most dreading is just all the questions that is gonna come with moving back home. Just all the questions from people like, do you have a job? Are you applying to jobs? What jobs are you applying to? What are you gonna do? What's the plan? I'm really trying to just enjoy my last 2 weeks of solitude and freedom before I like actually have to get serious and get a job. But yeah, my parents are gonna come help me move out in 2 weeks. I feel like a loser, and I know it's okay that I'm like a little lost right now, but I really do. I feel just like I have no job and I'm moving back with my parents. And so I'm a little discouraged right now, but I know we're gonna figure it out. We will prevail. And yeah, but we'll prevail together. So I'm about to make my last trip to Trader Joe's. Yeah, there's no Trader Joe's in my hometown, and that's honestly the thing that I'm most sad about moving back home, is that there is no Trader Joe's. Like, it's a really sad moment. It's a really sad moment. Yeah, I have about 5 days left here in my college town before I am forced to go back home. As my summer is coming to an end, I'm trying to enjoy my last moments of freedom and living on my own. I know moving back in with my family is going to be frustrating, but I'm grateful to have a family to go back home to. So it's almost 11 and my parents are about to be here, and I still have so much packing to do, but I just had to run to the store. But yeah, no, like I have to do that, I have to do the bathroom. This piano is causing us so many issues, so I thrifted this lovely, beautiful piano. It weighs a ton, And so I had to find some guys to help me lift it because my dad can't help because he just had surgery. And on top of that, I don't get cell service in my neighborhood. So pretty much everything I do relies on Wi-Fi, and we cut the Wi-Fi off yesterday. So I basically can't communicate with anybody. So I'm trying to like find people to get this piano. Anyways, I think I found 3 guys. I'm praying that they come through, because if they don't show up, then I don't know how that piano's getting on the trailer. I truly don't, because what do I look like? Do you think I can lift that? No. I got some beer for payment. I'm also gonna Venmo them too. This is Piano Gate. If you're thinking about getting a piano, think ahead. Just think about the day you're gonna have to move in and move out, because it's a hassle. It really is. I do love her. She's gorgeous. And out of tune. And so it was time to pack up and start over. I started taking everything down in my childhood bedroom, because if I'm going to move back home, I have to redo my old room. Truly, that's the only thing from making me lose my sanity. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I have to learn how to use this drill because my table broke in the process of moving. So now I gotta figure out how to reattach this leg. So like, I didn't know it was Bob the Builder, but okay. It's the only control I have in my life right now. Please, please, for the love of God, don't let my ankle be broken, please. Y'all, this is why I can't live alone. Like, I'm literally a hazard to myself. One positive thing about moving back home is that I get to spend more time with my family. I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm really starting to value my time that I have with my family. I'm here with my mom and my sister, and this is my first time going to a casino. So while I'm in this part of my life, I really want to appreciate the time that I have with them. So we won $0. Hi! So I really haven't updated this vlog in a long time. August has literally flown by like that. It's halfway through August. Right now, I am just completely focused on my music video project that I'm making. We just got our 3rd location locked down, so things are really coming together, and I'm getting so excited just because I have been thinking about this project and thinking about making it for like 2 years. Throughout my whole film school experience, I was just working on other people's projects, and I think I was just scared to kind of make my own stuff. So it's really exciting that I'm finally making something of my own. I'm so excited. And also, if you see me wearing hats all the time, it's because my roots are so grown out because I don't have money to get them done because I'm unemployed. And so that's really the post-grad life. Specifically the post-grad life of an artist, you know. Because all my money's going towards this damn short film. That's that. I'm gonna figure out a way to acquire some money so I can get my hair done, because if I'm a director, like, I can't have grown out roots. Who's gonna respect me if my roots are grown out to the floor? Like, no, I wouldn't listen to me.
It's the leather going against each other.
Those boots are not made for walking.
These boots are not made for walking.
Let me tell you, these things come in handy.
Also,
Filming my short film was like a high. It felt so good to be around my peers and fellow creatives. This project instilled a lot of confidence in myself as a director and creative in general. After creating a project of my own, I know that I am meant to create, and I will chase creativity for the rest of my life, no matter what it takes. But following the high of filming my project, once I got back home, reality hit me, and I sort of fell into a depression. The one project that I had been working on and looking forward to was now over. Now what? Hi, so tomorrow I'm doing something a little bit crazy. I'm going back to my roots. I'm going back to my natural color. So by tomorrow I will be fully brunette, and I'm a little nervous, I'm a little scared because like it needs to be done. It looks really bad. Like look at it. It looks really bad. But at the same time, like I'm really sad. Like I love being blonde, but I also love being brunette, and I don't know. The main reason I'm doing this is because it's just so expensive to be blonde and to maintain it, and I feel like it always looks bad. And you know, seeing that I'm post-grad, I don't have like a big girl job and I'm not getting, you know, income, I feel like I have to go brunette because it's just always gonna look bad until I have actual money. It's really not that big of a deal, but at the same time, like it is, because I don't know, I got to college and you know when you just need a change, so you change your hair. I don't know why, but it's like when you need a change in your life, changing your hair, it really does make you feel like a different person. So when I got to college, I was changing into a different person, and so I needed a change, and that change was dyeing my hair blonde. I feel like I've grown so much going to college, and I don't know, I'm just going back to my natural hair color, and I'm back in my hometown living with my parents, and it's just like, did that even happen? Did that whole era of my life even happen? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to go back to the person I used to be before I left home and went to college, if that makes sense. But look how damaged my hair is. It's actually, it's disgusting, it's scary, it's frightening. But yes, let's say goodbye to the blonde hair that it literally took me like 2 years to get to this level of blonde, this light colored blonde. And as soon as I got to it, look at me, I'm going back brunette, like typical. And you know, this is my rebrand. That's what I'm telling myself, is this is my rebrand. It's time to start over. It's time to become a new person. So one of my favorite parts of life is change. Here is my hair. It's so dark. As soon as I got it done, I went home and I did self-tanner and a full beat of makeup so that I didn't absolutely hate it, because I looked so pale after I got it done. And I even still, like, I look really pale on camera right now, but I like it. I like it. It's just a lot darker than my natural color, so I'm adjusting, but I told her to go darker since I know it's gonna fade. But yeah, like, oh, this is such a new era of my life. Like, wow. Like, I don't even know who I am. Every time I see a mirror, it's like, who is that? The difference between being blonde and brunette to me is like, when I'm blonde and I look put together and I have all my makeup on, I feel more like pretty, if that makes sense, like more pretty and feminine. But when I'm brunette and I look good and I have my makeup on, I feel more sexy. I feel more seductive, if that makes sense. I feel more dominant. I'm just like, so Lana Del Rey. I'm like, my tastes like Pepsi Cola, my eyes are white like cherry pies. But yeah, I like it. It's just gonna take some time to get used to, but I decided to go back to my old part-time job while looking for real jobs. And working a part-time job in your hometown where you will inevitably see people you know after having graduated with a degree is one of the most humbling experiences ever. Hey, so I have not sat down and talked to the vlog in a hot minute, and I just now started editing this whole vlog and all of this footage, and I started this vlog 7 months ago. Almost 8. 7 months ago. How has it been 7 months? Just watching all this footage back has made me just wonder, like, what have I been doing? And also, I was so hot in the beginning of that vlog. Like, look at me now. Like, look at me in the beginning of that vlog. Look at me now. Like, I was so hot. What happened? And honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of missing the blonde. Like, and honestly, I'm disappointed in myself because I've reverted back to some of my bad habits. I struggle with depression, and back in the summer, I had formed some really good habits and routines that really, really helped my mental health. Like, in the summer, I think that was the best I've ever been mentally, like in my entire life. I was waking up early, I was working out every day, I was eating cleaner and meal prepping every week, I was journaling every day, I was doing my artist dates every week, and I've lost, ever since I moved back home, I've lost all of that. I've lost all my structure, my habits, my routines, and I have definitely just fallen into like a funk, a depression, and I want to get out of it so badly. And I'm just so frustrated because back in the summer, once I had formed these routines and these habits, I was like, I am going to keep these forever. Like, I'm so confident in the structure I have created and I feel so good, and I'm never gonna let this slip. I'm gonna keep this up forever. I'm never gonna fall back into my depressive habits. And look at where we are. As soon as I moved back home, I lost all of that, and it's just so frustrating. I've got to start working out regularly. I've got to eat better. I've got to journal every day. I need to bring back the artist dates. Like, I need to get it together because it's not working for me. This is not the person that I want to be. This is not the life I want, and I'm getting this. I feel like this city is sucking the life out of me, and I've got to get out. I've got to do whatever I need to do to get out. I will say the one thing that has come out of all of this is I made my short film music video, and that's something that I'm very proud of because for the longest time I was just kind of scared to create and share things that I've created. I was so scared to share it with other people, but that was something that was new for me. I don't really share my creativity with people, and that's something that I definitely want to do. And I've started creating YouTube videos again, even though they're silly and they're nothing crazy, but it is a way for me to create. So this is such a crazy comparison, and this sounds so silly, but I'm watching Gilmore Girls right now, and I just watched the part where Rory had like her setback or whatever when she dropped out of Yale. She moved into her grandparents' house and she's joined the DAR. Now, I didn't join no DAR, but I do feel like I'm in that phase of my life. I'm in my Rory Gilmore setback era, and I'm just like lost and struggling, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, why did you drop out of Yale? Why did I drop out of Yale? I didn't drop out of Yale, but like, what am I doing? Like, but it's time to lock in. It's time to focus. It's time to get it together. And if you're watching this and you needed a sign to get it together, this is your sign. You and me, it's time to lock in. We can do it. I know we can do it. Let's do it. But be honest, do I look better as a brunette or blonde? No matter what situation I'm in, I can always control myself, what I'm doing with my time, my habits, and my routines. Despite being lost and scared about the future, I can focus on what I can do right now. These past few months, I've been so far from the person that I want to be, but it's time to change. It's time to start over.